Welcome to an introduction to the R programming language. My name is Matthew Hillsberg, and I'm working with the Texas A&M Institute of Data Science. The goal of this series is to provide you with an overview of R programming structures and techniques without getting too deep into any particular domain. We feel that by addressing the language and its concepts directly, that the material will be more accessible and can serve as a building block for you to move on to really any domain that interests you. Also, we don't assume any previous experience with R or programming in general, and have attempted to keep the notes as simple and sort of to the point as possible. So each of the notebooks should be fairly concise and limited to a single theme or topic. The videos for each section will also be kept short and relatively independent of one another, at least to the extent possible. If you are only interested in a particular topic, then feel free to jump right into that section and just dive in. But if you're the type of person that prefers to sort of plow through things linearly, then that's also perfectly fine. Okay, so what is R? R is an interpreted programming language, and it's typically used for data analysis. It was originally created at the University of Auckland by Ross E. Haka and Robert Gentleman in 1991, and it was later released under the GNU General Public License in 1995. R is interpreted, and this means that we don't have to compile or link our code in order to run or execute it. Instead, each line of code is read by the R interpreter, it's evaluated, and then any output is either printed to the screen or stored, or the interpreter runs the next line of code. Also, R is open source, and this means that anybody can download the source code. You can make modifications, you can release your own version, or you can even make corrections and submit those back to the R project. You can find the R project at r-project.org. And actually in the text here, we give you the link to the R project website too. And this link contains more information on getting started with R, as well as the community and lots of documentation. We also give you the link for CRAN, which is the Comprehensive R Archive Network. And this contains the current R source code, documentation, and at least at the time of writing, 17,000 or more packages, each of which extend the functionality of R in some way. In the notebook here, actually, we've given you a brief listing of some of the functionality that is available in base R. Do keep in mind that the packages included in CRAN go well beyond this list. However, to give you a little bit of an idea, R does support linear and nonlinear modeling, classical statistical tests, time series analysis, classification, clustering, and then on top of that has a number of graphical libraries so that you can actually visualize your data and results. Also in this notebook, we provided a link to the section on writing R extensions. So if you happen to not be able to find a package that does what you need and you want to write your own, here are the instructions for how you would organize your code and how you would submit that to CRAN so that you could share your contribution with the community as well. In addition to extension of the R programming language by writing extensions in R, R supports interaction with other programming languages like C, C++, Fortran, Python, and others, which allows you to take advantage of all of their functionality as well. In fact, R objects can be directly manipulated from functions written in these other programming languages. And it's this type of extensibility and interoperability that make R quite a powerful language and have no doubt helped with its popularity and growth over the years. In the next section here, there are a set of links to the resources that were primarily used to create the materials for this series. And in each of the notebooks, I've attempted to give you links back to the relevant sections in these resources, just in case you want more information, and so that hopefully you become accustomed to using these resources. And then also at the last section of this notebook, there's another set of links to some really good resources for a variety of R-related topics, tutorials, and what have you.